Alright, so today we're looking at a Genie Screw Drive trolley, arm, and rail. Once again, I obviously do have another Genie Screw Drive installed. And, well, if we follow this back, you will see which one it is. So yeah, I decided to put up the Genie Pro Screw Drive. So, yeah, this one runs really good, actually. If you take a look, the backhangs might look a little different. So yeah, yesterday I actually basically completely redid how these backhangs were configured, I guess you could say. So basically, I don't know if you can kind of see that black line there. That's where there was originally a piece there for this thing. So that's how that was mounted. And originally, I thought, well, I don't really want to have to do extremely sketchy stuff when I hang 7-foot openers. So what I did was I put another piece of angle where that line is. But as you can tell, the way the studs run in my garage, that's too far forward. Obviously, you can tell where this thing is. So what I ended up doing is I actually just, put two pieces that go along like that. And it worked perfectly fine. To get this one to work, I actually had to, get a couple extra pieces of angle, and I had to make them shorter, just by a couple inches than these. These are the ones for the 85-87. Obviously, the rail comes out of the middle of this one instead of at the top, so I had to make it a little bit shorter. But other than that, this one actually runs really good. It's extremely solid, and this one's also extremely quiet. So yeah, another thing that I also did, I moved the arm down farther down the section. This is where the installers that installed this door originally had it. Basically because, well, obviously the top section of my door is very heavy. And the other day, I did a force test on this thing. And, well, it kind of bent the section down, and the arm went like this. So, yeah, I basically did this. So now, whenever if something, hits, if the door hits something, it'll actually just bump the arm before the top section bends too much. I just think, and, with it like this, it seems like it bends a little bit less. So I'm going to keep the arm here from now on. As I understand it, it might, be a little harder to pull the door up on that section, but that's whatever. But anyway, so yeah, obviously I got my Genie button and sensors. A kind of weird thing happened when I was putting this thing up. I originally was going to use the, just the standard push button from the G5000. But when I wired it up and plugged the thing in, the lights on the machine were like they were in reverse. So the lights came on right away, and then when I pushed the button to run the opener, the lights turned off. And then as soon as it hit the up limit, the lights turned on again. So it was very weird. I have my Genie button here, and this one doesn't do the same thing that it did when my other Genie was up. So the light actually does work on this one. And it's wired the same way, so I don't know if there's something wrong with the board on that one, but yeah, so obviously we can go ahead and run this thing. We'll just run it from the remote to start. I have a Genie Tombstone programmed. So yeah, we will run it, and here we go. So yeah, this thing is really quiet. I still need to get a light lens for this one. I also need a lens for my overhead door signature. So if I find one, I can just use one for each. But I definitely do need to do that. Eventually I might just break down and buy one. But I have been looking for one, to find for free lately. But we'll go ahead and run this back down here. So yeah, this thing obviously is extremely quiet. I don't know if it's quieter than my other Genie, the IS550 that I had up here, But it definitely is one of the quietest. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's quieter than that one. It might be. But yeah, so it might be slightly off center up there, but I really don't care. It's nothing major. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get a top view from up here. So we will run this with the, yeah, you can kind of tell. It's a little slanted that way, but it's whatever. We'll get a top view here, run it with the Genie push button. So yeah, this is obviously very nice now. I can basically hang any length of opener I want to. Obviously the 85-87, you know, the points for the angle come down somewhere in the middle, but yeah, we will get an outside shot here. So obviously door doesn't open all the way. It's a 7-foot rail on a 8-foot door, but we'll close this down. So yeah, I do really like this machine. A lot of these that I've had on this door that are 7-foot rails, I actually haven't, you know, set up in a really long time, and I'm kind of glad that they're getting some use. But anyway, we'll run this back up. So yeah, I was originally going to install this yesterday, but then I got to working on the backhangs and I kind of got tired and gave up on the opener. It was really hot yesterday, and it is today too. Yeah, it is not easy to do swaps in the summer, even though that's when I have the most time to do them. You know, it'd be nice if I had the most time in like very early spring. I mean, I could be out here doing swaps all day and I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, it definitely is quite hot this time of year where I live. But yeah, we'll go ahead and give a sensor check. The sensors are mounted up here. So we'll just move these. And it goes back up. No blinking of the lights on this one, but yeah, and then we will get a force test as well. Force works just fine. So yeah, also, by the way, when I was putting this button up, I kind of broke the light button. So yeah, it's whatever though. No one really ever uses this button anyway. But yeah, we'll go ahead and run this back down here. So yeah, there you go. That is the Genie Pro Screw Drive on my door. This one is a model CM7600IC/A, I'm pretty sure. This one was made in 2001. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty much it. I guess we'll run this one more time here from the you know, remote, obviously, again here. Run that down. So yeah, there you go. That is the Genie Pro Screw Drive CM7600 installed on my door. And obviously, you know, some updates on the backhangs. This one took a little longer just because I had to cut the angle. But it still didn't take as long as, you know, figuring out how I was going to install that other Genie screw drive. That one was kind of a nightmare to hang, if I'm being honest. But this one wasn't too bad. And I'm sure now that I have the angles cut, every Genie screw drive I do will be pretty easy. But yeah, so there you go. Obviously, use the one-piece rail. I think this was from the overhead door signature. I had the rail for this one for a while, but the screw got all kind of messed up and it was really loud and I could never seem to get it to quiet down. So this is the overhead door signature rail, and this rail, you know, runs really smooth. But yeah, so there you go. That's the Genie Pro on my door. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.